donde la diversión nunca se detiene.
Broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world, you are watching NowMedia Television.
Hey, welcome to Biz Talk TV. I'm your host and business guide, Michael Rager. I'm telling you, this is going to be a fun and exciting show today. We've got to talk about growing your business. You know, you as business owners, they think that they really want to grow their business through marketing, sales, and stuff like that. And trust me, that helps. But the number one way to be more efficient and grow your business is through, systems and processes and being able to do things more efficiently and repeatably. I'm going to give you an example. This weekend we was out fishing. All right, we were out there doing something called chunking. We're catching tuna. What we needed to know, we needed to do the same thing, the same way every time. If we didn't do it, the fish knew that things weren't happening on and they didn't bite. And they didn't do exactly what we needed to do. You as a business owner, you're going to have to do the same thing. Your employees need to know exactly what's expected of them, how to do their job, and how to do it effectively. They need to be able to feel safe to come to you and give you feedback about what's going on so you can always get better. Your business is always about getting better. That's what it's about. And then you as the employer, you got to be willing to train your people. You need to be able to talk to them. You need to be able to take them out there and let them understand what your vision is for the company, what your vision is to help your customers, and why exactly you're in business and what you're trying to do to help not just the community, not just the state, but the world. It's so important. That's why we have these things called vision and mission statements. These things need to be installed in your business if they're not, and everybody in the business needs to understand exactly what they're supposed to do. So as a business owner, it's your job to go ahead and make sure that things are simple and easy for your employees to become effective. So I'm Michael Rager, your business guide. We're going to be back and we're going to have a great show right after this.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Stop and think. How often do you take the time to set goals? And when you set those goals, how often do you hit them? The problem is the word goal setting. We all have goals, but goals are just wishes. Goals are what we want. What we really need is called result setting. My name is Katrin Becker, and what I do is create tailor-made result plans that ensure people will hit their targets. If you are committed for real results, let's chat and see which program is right for you and your team. Goals are just what we want, but together, results are what we will achieve.
Are you a business owner feeling overwhelmed or burnt out with no energy left for what's most important to you? In order to effectively run your business and maximize your profits, you have got to be the best possible you that you can be. Now is the time to reclaim your energy, master your schedule, and maximize your profits so you can effectively run your business rather than it running you. It's time to become the CEO of your business and life. I'm Jen Godet, a business strategist and life coach. I work with overwhelmed business owners who feel stuck in a rut and depleted. I teach you how to stop doing the things that aren't making you money and start prioritizing the things that bring you energy, joy, and lasting impact. I'm a human performance specialist and an international best-selling author. I've helped countless people all over the world to learn the art of saying no, overcome their fear, and maximize their performance. Let's get you to live your best possible reality. Start today and become the CEO of your business and your life.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business guide and host, Michael Rager, here on the NowMedia Television networks. And we're going to get fun. It's going to get fun. She's here. She's back. Katrin Becker. Katrin, how are you today?
I am good. It's so glad to be here, as always, because, yes, we do have fun.
How do you like the new studio? I like the new digs behind me.
I love it. I always love change. I think those who embrace change are the ones who will be the most successful. So
I think the good thing is
always good, in my opinion.
For me, it's a good thing I wore pants. You know, I didn't have shorts. You know, I didn't come in that day and be that dude from the shorts down like I've been able to do. And, you know, now you got to see that I actually have jeans on and stuff like that. All right, so we're going to talk about, we're going to talk a little bit about expectations because everybody expected me to have pants. So let's talk about expectations from the business owner to the employees. What do you think, why do you think that's important? And how do you think it affects, you know, growth of a business?
So, did you ever play the game Telephone growing up?
Uh-huh.
Like the game that we all played in like 4th grade in the gym where like they line us all up around the gym and teacher tells one kid and then we pass the message and it goes around and around and around and by the time it gets to the end, it is nothing close to what it started with, right?
Right.
So that's just human nature and it's something that we experience in all different aspects of life. And so the same thing is true when a employer is giving expectations and goals to their employees. It can't be just word of mouth from one to the other, because then what the original intent was, the original message, is going to be completely lost and diluted through that process. So it's really important for an employer to make sure that they are very clear in their communication and that they do it in multiple different ways. You know, you and I have talked many times about the different personalities that exist within a business, but then we also have the different learning types. You know, some people are auditory, some people are visual, some people are kinesthetic. So it's important to make sure that we have a visual message, that we've got a audio message, that there's some tactile piece, something that they can hold, something that so it's really going to get through, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be wasting your time repeating the same thing over and over and over again, or having people not know what to do because they don't have a clear vision of what the expectations are and where they're going with it.
Well, I hear it all the time with business owners. Hell yeah, I hired good people. They should know what to do. I know, we're both going to laugh about that one. So
I mean, you do hire good people, but they're good for whatever their reason is, but they're also not mind readers. And I think that's something that people can relate to in any sort of relationship. We have these expectations in our head, but until they are communicated in a way that the other person can receive, it's not going to do you any good. And so you have to be able to be really clear and have those instructions. You know, you and I were speaking yesterday about the example of the peanut butter sandwich. And I actually had that same experience happen in one of my college courses. It was an engineering class, and the professor had them do that same experiment where it's give me the exact steps on what you need to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And because we have so much in our head of what we assume that people know, we leave out steps. But you can't do that when it's somebody who's brand new. They don't know what they don't know. They don't always know what to ask because they don't know what they don't know. So being really clear in what those expectations are and making sure the vision of the overall goal is very clear, and then working on the steps on how to accomplish that goal.
Well, one of the things I think, Katrin, is you know, we do hire good people. They've come from somebody else's company. They do things the way somebody else does. And you know, when I used to help companies set up operational processes, one of the things we used to tell people was, look, come in, follow our processes for 90 days. And then as you're following it, and if you see shortcomings, if you see roadblocks, if you see bottlenecks, make a list. Don't change them yet. Work on them, and then let's come together and understand why we do things the way we do. and then we want you to help us improve. Because if you don't, you're going to go ahead and we're just seeing there we go. We got the empty chair we were just showing. And if
I should be in studio, obviously.
Yeah. But if we don't do it that way, somebody's going to come in and take what they did at another company and bring it right into ours. And we don't know whether that was good or bad, right?
That's definitely a risk. And it's a good process to have the 90 days, but there should also be a culture where having those open communication is something that is welcomed and encouraged and fostered. So if something does happen, there is that availability to ask those questions, regular touch points, because especially with a new employee, you want to have those regular touch points to make sure they are doing what you're, expecting them to do. Because the more touch points you have, the more you're able to make tiny changes to get to where you want to go. I mean, if you hire them and say, okay, these are the expectations, see you in 90 days, you're probably setting yourself up for failure, because you don't know what sort of other innovations, because they could be bringing in bad habits, but they could also be bringing in new knowledge.
Yeah, when we go in and, me and my team, and we go in and work with clients, the things we're always looking for are challenges and bottlenecks and how to solve them. And we bring up two questions. When something's going wrong, we say there's two things we need to know. Is it a short-term or a long-term issue? And is it an internal or external thing that's causing this problem? From there, we can go ahead and put together steps to fix it. But when we're looking at expectations from a employer to a brand new employee, how detailed should they get?
Well, you can't get too detailed, because we know from human learning, and especially in adult learning, you can only absorb so much information at once. So that's why it's really important to set sort of the umbrella of what the overall goal is, because that's something that someone can hold on to and remember. And then you want to give them just enough that they can get started, and then be ready to feed them to the next step, the rest of the information. Because if you're having someone drink from a fire hose, they're only getting about 10% of what you've given them, and you can't expect them to have all of that extra information or water in the fire hose example, being able to collect it. Once it's gone, and you have to reiterate it. And it's sort of similar in sales. We hear the old adage that we need so many touch points before a sale is made, and it's similar in learning new information. It's how they're accepting that new information.
One of the things that we do, going back to the teach your business to fish side, is we tell people to set the drag. And, a drag on a fishing reel is something that keeps tension on things, that makes sure things don't backlash and go bad. And the drag for us is we got to set the direction. And that's where we got to let people know exactly what's going. We got to expect resistance, because they're going to be against change. And then we got to constantly adjust. And then we just got to let them go. And if we can go ahead and do that allows us to, I think, move along. But it still is just going back to that original question is, I hire somebody good, I should expect them to know what to do, but we still have to tell them where we want to go, because they got to understand where the company's going, why the company's going there, how it's going there, what we want to do, all that fun stuff, right?
Absolutely. And one of the things that I work with at Optimize We is it's very clear in the literature, in our what's accepted knowledge, that there are multiple different personality types. They generally fit into 4 buckets. And so that's going to be how someone learns and receives information. There's going to be at least 4 main categories that you're looking at. And if you're giving expectations and goal setting in just one sort of way, you're not allowing for those other 3 types to have something that works for them. So something that works really well that I've seen is giving them 4 different ways to goal set, because then you're also saying, okay, here's the vision, putting a little bit back to them on, yourself the best. How do you envision adding value to get to this end goal for the company? And then giving them the control to pick how they want to monitor and evaluate that progress themselves. Because then it's a 2-way street, and it's not just the 1-way street of the employer to the employee. And once you can have that bit more of a buy-in, that they feel that this is something that they're a part of, then it really creates a stronger bond and helps to further it along. They feel seen, they feel heard, and that's really what people want at the end of the day.
Well, great. So if people want to hire you and get to learn from you, Katrin, how do they get a hold of you?
The best way is to go to the website, which is optimizewe.com, where we're getting you from a me culture to a we culture. There's information in there about the 3 different services that I get to, which is for the corporations, for small business and startups, and for solopreneurs. So see which one fits best for you, and then there's contact information on the website.
Well, awesome. Thanks so much. I enjoy having you. I enjoyed our talk yesterday. I'm looking for enjoying some more talks in the future. When you come in here, bring those chicken eggs for me. I can't wait. And keep them away from the raccoons, all right?
I'll do my best.
All right. This is Michael Rager, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV, NowMedia Television. We'll be back with more right after this.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right attorney at your side. Hi, my name is Sonia Aston, and I'm an attorney with over 30 years of experience. I've helped small and medium-sized businesses and business owners to make sure that their legal rights and interests are protected. As general counsel for you and your organization, I can draft and review solid contracts, minimize the risk of litigation, review and prepare comprehensive business succession plans, or help you navigate your company with the local, state, and federal government. Take a decisive step today. I'm here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you have a peace of mind that you deserve.
The tax and bookkeeping team is key to any successful business. At Gunderson's Bookkeeping, our passion is to help small business owners grow, be profitable, and to prosper. We specialize in supporting small to mid-sized business owners who want to hire a full-time or even a part-time bookkeeper, but just do not have the funds. In addition, we free business owners from the tedious tasks of bookkeeping and help them focus on their business operations, their growth, and profitability. Gunderson's Bookkeeping is your business solutions partner offering a broad range of services to meet the needs of our clients. A profitable business needs accurate and reliable books, so take a strong step and call us today for your personal, no-risk consultation.
Oye, Lily dice que AT&T le da a todos las mejores ofertas.
Minus the air quotes.
Las mejores ofertas.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Te lo dije, aquí las mejores ofertas son para todos con una variedad de planes.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
En AT&T les damos a todos nuestras mejores ofertas en cada smartphone.
Did you know that the energy or vibration of your interior introduces you before you or anyone enters the room? So how do you want to feel or have your guests feel in your space? Hi, I'm Kat with Tada by Kat, Living by Design, award-winning, triple color certified author, speaker, educator, a mother, a glamma, and fur baby mama, and I have been honored to help builders, homeowners, realtors, entrepreneurs, and other creative geniuses while being featured on House, HGTV, and more, and I'm ready to help you come up with a strategic plan that begins with determining a color palette, a design style, space planning, personalization, budget, and the application of what I call Tada magical transformations. Every space, every style, every budget, whether a refresh, redesign, on-site or virtual, new construction, renovations, or just a decorator by your side, we've got you covered. Call today for a complimentary discovery call so you can be on the road from ordinary to extraordinary and living by design. Be prepared to be tada. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your host and business guide, Michael Rager. Hey, next we're going to bring in our financial expert, Linda Chung. Hey, Linda, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to talk a little bit about saving money. What are some strategies that people can do to save money on a regular basis?
Some different ways to do this. So first, what I recommend is that you examine where you are right now in your situation, because you can't save more than you have income coming in. So that's first off. So you have to understand, you do your numbers, you do your homework, understand, okay, how much income do I have? How much are the expenses going out? And then out of that profit, then you can allocate a certain percentage of money towards savings. Different ways that you can do it. You can do it where each week you can set aside money, and it could be a dollar amount or a percentage of every dollar that you have a profit. The other way is that you can, what I suggest is you can also look at ways to increase that by actually increasing your income, which is a good way to increase your savings, because a lot of, if you have more sales, then obviously, and if you keep a lot of times there are a lot of fixed expenses and some variable things where maybe you keep your marketing the same, and then you can figure out ways to monetize more sales from existing customers as a common strategy. And therefore you have more income. You can cut expenses as well. So that's an easier way, and you'll actually have probably more bang for your buck, and you can simply eliminate a lot of expenses. There's some services that you can look at where you want to take a look at and see where all your dollars are going. Because sometimes we sign up for things and we don't realize that maybe we had a trial or something like that. I call it doing a digital cleanse. Just review your statements, review your, things that are withdrawn from your bank account, and make sure that you're actually using those services. And if you aren't, just end them, cut them off, because those recurring expenses can be a big drain, and they're not really adding much value. You're not using the services. That's another way to quickly save. And I think there are many tools out there technology wise to help you with that. I think one of them used to be called Truebill, and I think it was acquired by maybe Rocket Money, and it will look at all your subscriptions and help you easily unsubscribe for them. So you want to really, it's kind of like a diet. You want to really understand, how many, dollars going in and how many dollars going out. And you can save more by playing with the levers. You can really kind of systematize it, use tools I recommend. And also there are ways that you can enroll your employees also, because a lot of times you can create incentives for them if they figure out a way where they can have more income generated from, if they this kind of sale or offering this product. That's a way that you can increase income, increase your and then increase your savings, and give them a small bonus. So many things like that. You want to create an open forum place where new ideas that can either decrease expenses, increase income, that all will help be able to create more savings and also more net worth for you.
Well, that's excellent, Linda. If anybody wanted to find out more about you and how to get a hold of you and, find some of these solutions and put them in place, how do they do that?
The best way would be on Instagram under Linda, Linda, .chung, CHUNG, .official. So you can send me a direct message there and mention NowMedia, and I'll get back to you.
All right. Well, thanks again, Linda. Appreciate you being here. I'm Michael Rager, your business guide here on Biz Talk TV. We'll be back with more right after this.
Tell me, are you looking to sell a house or buy a home? Hi, I'm Michelle Briggs, and your real estate needs are my priority. With over 2 decades worth of experience within the real estate industry, I know I can help. Whether you're selling a house and moving on to the next chapter or buying a home to create generational wealth for your family, I am the realtor for you. Call me now at 713-256-5465 and let me handle all of your real estate needs.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right attorney at your side. Hi, my name is Sonia Aston, and I'm an attorney with over 30 years of experience. I've helped small and medium-sized businesses and business owners to make sure that their legal rights and interests are protected. As general counsel for you and your organization, I can draft and review solid contracts, minimize the risk of litigation, review and prepare comprehensive business succession plans, or help you navigate your company with the local, state, and federal government. Take a decisive step today. I'm here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you have a peace of mind that you deserve.
Stop and think. How often do you take the time to set goals? And when you set those goals, how often do you hit them? The problem is the word goal setting. We all have goals, but goals are just wishes. Goals are what we want. What we really need is called result setting. My name is Katrin Becker, and what I do is create tailor-made result plans that ensure people will hit their targets. If you are committed for real results, let's chat and see which program is right for you and your team. Goals are just what we want, but together, results are what we will achieve.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your business host and guide, Michael Rager. As you can see, we got a little new setup today. We got Afa Roach. How are you today?
I'm super good. Thank you for welcoming me back, and I love the new setup.
Well, it was necessity. This is it. The invention is the mother of necessity. You know, we've had some things happen. We had to figure some things out, and this is what we're doing. Hey, let's talk a little bit about content. All right, when we start, getting into what's going on, how do we figure out content? Because that's one of the most important things when we start doing our marketing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The saying is content is king. So when you're looking at your content, you want to ensure that you're creating a content strategy that keeps in mind the idea of being omnipresent. And so for anyone who doesn't know what omnipresence means, it means being across multiple different social media platforms. So every social media platform will make a demand of your content to be slightly different. What works very, very well on LinkedIn might not work on TikTok. What works on TikTok might not work on Facebook. So when you are thinking about your content, not only do you have to think about being omnipresent on the different platforms, but you need to be looking at what is my content strategy for each of the different platforms. And if that seems overwhelming, which it often does for business owners, pick 1 to 2 platforms and focus on them and master getting the content good on those and good to great, and then go work on the other platforms.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the marketing equation. My mentors Carl Bryan and Adrian Alls taught me we need to interrupt, then we need to engage, educate, offer, because people we interrupt them to get them to stop, right? Because there's so much crap going on right now. We got to stop, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I was looking at one particular client in the insurance industry. There's 55,000 health insurance ads running on Facebook on a daily basis in the United States. That's only one single vertical and one topic. So when you talk about the ability to interrupt, you need to have something that's eye-catching to even before you're able to get them to engage. You need to have something to interrupt them to get their interest, to get them to engage. Yeah.
So now we got them to interrupt, we got them to engage with us. Now we got to educate them.
Yes.
I mean, come on, I got a 12-year-old, and educating him, it's like, I'm telling you, educating people on social media is way different, isn't it?
Yeah. And this is where the value of the coaching and having, people coming in and looking at you with strategies, because it is a sequential kind of approach to it. You're doing something to interrupt them. You're doing something to get their interest. Then once you have their interest, you're getting them to engage. Now that you have them engaged, what are you doing to educate them? And this is where we look at, I always say to people, you want to look at becoming the thought leader in your industry, education-based marketing. It's not always about going for the sale in the beginning. You want to layer on so much value that these people become comfortable with you, familiar with you, that you build a rapport with them, that they actually feel inclined that they want to do business with you.
Well, it's, you know, my business, teach your business to fish. Fishing and hunting, and then hunting and farming. No matter what you look at, a marketing campaign, a marketing strategy is all about farming, because these things don't happen fast, do they?
No. And that's it. We start to lean into them, creating different sorts of products and levels and layers, because you might have someone who's ready to come in and buy a lower ticket item, but if you only have a higher ticket item and you haven't created the content that you need to create the different options in your business, you're going to run into a problem. So your content is not just on social media. Your content is also about what you are selling in the back end. How are you creating digital assets, products, courses, whatever it might be that you can sell in the background, so that you can curate content on the front end that aligns with content on the back end, so that you have a multi-layered approach to be able to sell your products and services.
Well, it's like you get the freemium, then you get the cheap, and then you get the premium. You know, that level moves. It's not the same. So how do we, you know, one of the things we do know is when people go searching for you on social media, they go searching, they type in whatever, marketing, business coaching, whatever, in that Google box, they find you, unless you're a plumber and you got a leak, or you're a dentist and you got a toothache, you have got to farm them through content, right?
Yeah. Like the very important point for anyone to realize when we talk about LinkedIn, I do a lot on LinkedIn. In general, your LinkedIn profile will rank higher than your website. Go search yourself and you'll see. Because LinkedIn has a higher domain authority. Domain authority is how Google's rank and how good it thinks that you are. LinkedIn is a very high domain authority. So in general, it'll outrank your website. So the first thing, people inherently, our attention span is short. We search for someone, if they, let's say personal branding, your LinkedIn profile is going to arrive there before your website. Now, if you've been putting content on your website but not to your LinkedIn profile, and they land on your LinkedIn profile and it's empty and it's like ghost town, do you think that they're going to be compelled to want to do business with you? So that's the opportunity, and that's why your Facebook might arrive there. And that's what social media marketing is all about, is about creating that omnipresent strategy. So I know if I arrive on Michael's LinkedIn profile, he's going to be talking to me about the same thing that he's going to be talking to me about if I landed on his Facebook or his TikTok. So that consistency across your content, even though you might be delivering it across different channels and in different mediums.
I've only got one TikTok. That's it. I did one TikTok video because my 12-year-old told me I had to.
Yeah.
So that's as far as it went, because I know my clients aren't in TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to spend time where my clients are. We talked about that earlier. You know, you got to know your fish to get rich. Riches are in niches. All that good fun stuff. But you know, we're creating content. You know, I've been pushing a lot more video content. So, you know, YouTube, you know, being the second largest search engine behind Google. How do business owners figure out, where do I want to go? Where do I want to create content, and where should I create content?
Yeah, and you know, that's a very unique question kind of to each business. But like, for example, YouTube Shorts are a very good way to the 60-second short form clips. The challenge with that, in general, you're not going to get that much reach on YouTube if you don't have a channel that has subscribers.
Yep.
Now, Facebook, we have friends and family who are there to support us. So if you put something on Facebook as a video, people might share it for you because you've already built that audience.
Wait, let me ask you a question on that. You must have a different family than me, for sure. Because here's if I post something positive, business and stuff, my friends and family do nothing.
They don't like
if I throw a fart video, I get 10,000 likes. All right. So how do we get behind that? Where do we go? Because how do we get the people that we know, like, and trust to actually share the stuff that we really do? Because That's the hardest thing I'm finding.
Well, you know what, it's true. And one of the key things to do is remove the attachment to the likes and the follows, because you're going to get really offended by the amount of, that people don't support you. It's often, and it's unfortunate with the collective consciousness of the world at the moment, what goes viral is negativity, not so much positivity, not so much you talking about your business. Or if I do a marketing video, like it'll get some level of engagement. If I do a video of me in the gym, it'll blow up. You know, I try to educate versus inspire. You know, so.
Well, I see that. A friend of mine, Matt, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. We're going through this guy. He's in St. Louis. He's looking at this other coach in St. Louis. He goes, this guy will post something like he's walking in the gym and he's got a picture of his cup of coffee. That'll get 500 likes, and he goes, he's added nothing in real content. So, we're running down. We got like a minute and a half left. Give us one key thing that we should look at in content. You said content's key. What's one thing we should look at?
Yeah, well, the first thing that I would say is lose your attachment to making the content about you and what other people think of your content, and change and shift your focus to be, what is the value that I can continue to deliver to my clients? And is this video that I'm delivering going to be a benefit to them? And if you deliver consistent content that is customer-centric and customer-focused, you will win eventually. Maybe not immediately, but eventually. Eventually. This is the long game. So, Ava, how do people get a hold of you? Yeah, so they can visit my website, www.attentiongrabbers.com, fill out the form, or you can book a discovery call, or else go check me out on LinkedIn. We do a lot on there as well. It's my first name and second name. All right, this is Michael Rager, your business guide, here on Now Media and Biz Talk TV. We'll talk to you right after this.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
The tax and bookkeeping team is key to any successful business. At Gunderson's Bookkeeping, our passion is to help small business owners grow, be profitable, and to prosper. We specialize in supporting small to mid-sized business owners who want to hire a full-time or even a part-time bookkeeper, but just do not have the funds. In addition, we free business owners from the tedious tasks of bookkeeping and help them focus on their business operations, their growth, and profitability. Gunderson's Bookkeeping is your business solutions partner, offering a broad range of services to meet the needs of our clients. A profitable business needs accurate and reliable books, so take a strong step and call us today for your personal, no-risk consultation.
Hey, this is Michael Rager, the host of Biz Talk TV with Michael Rager. Make sure you join us every day, 5 p.m. Central Time, on all Now Media channels and social media platforms.
Did you know that the energy or vibration of your interior introduces you before you or anyone enters the room? So how do you want to feel or have your guests feel in your space? Hi, I'm Kat with Ta-Da by Kat, Living by Design, award-winning, triple color certified author, speaker, educator, a mother, a glamma, and fur baby mama. And I have been honored to help builders, homeowners, realtors, entrepreneurs, and other creative geniuses while being featured on House, HGTV, and more. And I'm ready to help you come up with a strategic plan that begins with determining a color palette, a design style, space planning, personalization, budget, and the application of what I call Ta-Da magical transformations. Every space, every style, every budget, whether a refresh, redesign, on-site or virtual, new construction, renovations, or just a decorator by your side, we've got you covered. Call today for a complimentary discovery call so you can be on the road from ordinary to extraordinary and living by design. Be prepared to be ta-da. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, welcome back to Biz Talk TV. I'm your host and business guide, Michael Rager, here on the NowMedia Television Network. So again, in studio, we've got my good friends, Mac and Natalia. How are y'all doing today?
Good, thank you.
All right, let's talk a little bit. All right, we were talking, in the break about business owners. They come up with new ideas, and new ideas happen in weird places. And you guys came up with something called instant mediation. Mac, tell me a little bit about this idea, where it came up, and what problem it solves for your clients.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. So instantmediations.com was born during a road trip when we were driving from Florida after completing a mediation training out there to Houston. We're sitting on I-10 for hours and we think to ourselves, here's the problem that exists in my office. I got a client, they have a problem, and they want to go to mediation and sit down with their opponent and resolve their dispute. But when I pick up the phone and I call a mediator's office, we get delay and lag time. And sometimes the other side doesn't want to use that mediator, or anyway, long story short, we got to the point where we get so frustrated trying to just schedule a mediation and then getting it booked on everyone's calendar because you have 4 people to deal with. We decided, why don't we think of a better way, a faster way of getting parties to the mediation table as soon as possible so they can stop living in chaos, so they can resolve their dispute amicably as fast as possible. That's where the name Instant Mediations came from. And so we started it before the pandemic, but the Zoom boom of the pandemic blew it up. And now we have a lot of mediators around the world who have joined us to try to help people resolve their disputes as fast as possible.
No, I love it. Is when I teach my clients, I teach them when they're marketing and building a new business, there's 2 magic questions to solving everything. Number one is, what does my client have that they don't want? And that's it. I've got a conflict that I do not want right now. And then the second part is, what do I want that I don't have? I want instant gratification. So Natalia, how'd you guys come up and you put the whole thing together? So you guys thought about this on the road trip. You got there and said, okay, now we're going to do it. What happened?
And what happened is that we built a platform, and this is the thing that we're so proud of, and that's actually is our work of passion. This is a platform where we, from the first side, we want to have mediators. This is why we have online mediators directory. We welcome mediator to list themselves for free. And on the other hand, we're also welcoming the parties because we are sharing the knowledge of mediation, how you can do that, how you can simply do that. In the pandemic times, our website had the simple button, start your mediation. People were just hitting the button and connecting with the mediator, having the Zoom link from their particular mediators. And as you can see on the map, there is a lot of mediators who already joined us. And why is that? Again, the idea of co-mediation comes to play, because you might have a dispute that will be engaging people from different countries, and people have different specializations. So they might really, again, construction, contract, there might be so many labor things, and they can embrace a lot of jurisdictions. So you have a choice from people who are specialized mediators, but most of all, and I would want Mac to say about it, we want it to be also not just a one-stop shop for the parties, but we want it to be something special for mediators themselves, mediators being entrepreneurs.
So you guys as business owners, you took this online. How are you guys monetizing it? Because this is all about business growth. So we got our law firm, we got what we do, we started this new thing. So how do you guys monetize this?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we don't take any money from mediators helping parties. Parties go to mediators and they pay. The monetization comes from mediators who want to join us. They can join us for free. However, we sell a membership where they can get more out of it, including helping to market and promote their brand so that they can get more parties to come to them online. And one of the things that we want all mediators to do when they join us is have this commitment that you have to be proficient on technology, to use the powers of Zoom, Microsoft Teams, any kind of tool that would help you do online conflict resolution. We want you to use that. So this is a call out there to all conflict resolution experts, whether you're a mediator or an arbitrator, to come and join us and become a member of Instant Mediations. And so you can participate with helping parties who all have problems. People want their problems resolved as soon as possible instead of living in chaos for months or weeks. Our goal is very simple, so that if you have a problem in the morning, by evening you can have it resolved without having to go to court, whether it's a contract dispute, construction law dispute, family law dispute, a custody issue, whatever it is, there's a mediator out there who can help you instantly.
No, I love it. I love it. That's a lot of what you're doing. Is business owners need to look at what they do is they solve problems. And you guys saw a problem out there. There are people that are sitting around here. They're struggling. I want a solution, not yesterday. I want it now. I need it right now. Let's make it happen. So what are your plans for growth going forward in the next 2 to 3 years?
And let me say a word about it first. Because we said that we concentrate on mediators, we want mediators to understand that there are entrepreneurs and that their websites are also a place where they should be making money. And it's not just a business card that sits there and does nothing. So the way your website can make money when you are a mediator is enable you the bookings online. This is the simplest way you get your business from. Enables you to get your payments online so that you don't need to worry and chase everybody for that. And we want people to catch up with technology this way as well.
So for the parties who want to grow with us, it's like Natalia says, having a good website to reach people. So one of the things that Instant Mediations wants to do is to help mediators create a brand online in a very powerful way, so that the parties, the public, when they go online and they have a problem, they don't just think, let me go Google a lawyer, let me go call an attorney, hey, let me go to Instant Mediations, and then they will find a store filled of different mediators out there who all have something to offer. But these days it's very hard to find a mediator who has an incredibly rich website that lets you book online, pay online, mediate online, everything in one-stop shop. We're trying to change that. We're wanting people to use the internet and technology in a way to resolve their conflicts immediately.
Yeah, I see it all the time. I go to, especially a lot of white-collar professionals who go to their websites, and it's all about them. And I'm telling you, your website should not be about you. It's about your client and what you solve for them. That's the most important thing. So if I'm a mediator and I'm sitting out there and I want to become a part of your team, what do I do?
Awesome. So of course you can always reach out to us by emailing team@instantmediations.com to let us know you're interested. But also go and check out the website where we explain how you can become a member of instantmediations.com, and you can literally sign up yourself, and we'll approve you so that you can appear on the map. But then shortly after, you can go even further and join us on instantmediations.com by subscribing.
Well, that's awesome. I love it. You know, that's what it is. It's about taking what you do. You know, we hear about multiple streams of income all the time. And what I tell people to do is you can get multiple streams of income, but you got to be in your area of expertise. Don't try to do a whole bunch of other. And Mac and Natalia, I think you hit on something right here, and I think it's going to be awesome. So I'm your business guide, Michael Rager, here on Biz Talk TV. We're going to be back with more right after this.
Thank you.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Stop and think. How often do you take the time to set goals? And when you set those goals, how often do you hit them? The problem is the word goal setting. We all have goals, but goals are just wishes. Goals are what we want. What we really need is called result setting. My name is Katrin Becker, and what I do is create tailor-made result plans that ensure people will hit their targets. If you are committed for real results, let's chat and see which program is right for you and your team. Goals are just what we want, but together, results are what we will achieve.
You probably already know that first impressions are never forgotten. However, did you also know the way you feel about yourself contributes to your quality of life and the opinions of others? Hi, my name is Kristen Gunderson. My mission is to help people by flipping the switch inside their body, which in turn will help them to feel better and do more. In fact, once you feel your best, you will be able to pour into others, keep your cup full, and reach every goal you have set up for yourself, whether it's personal, family, or business related. The way you feel will dictate the way you think and the way you live your life. Feeling your best is necessary to achieve your goals. You deserve to put yourself first. Let me help you flip the switch so you can feel better and do more. Let's talk. I know I can help.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right attorney at your side. Hi, my name is Sonia Aston, and I'm an attorney with over 30 years of experience. I've helped small and medium-sized businesses and business owners to make sure that their legal rights and interests are protected. As general counsel for you and your organization, I can draft and review solid contracts, minimize the risk of litigation, review and prepare comprehensive business succession plans, or help you navigate your company with the local, state, and federal government. Take a decisive step today. I'm here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you have a peace of mind that you deserve.
Tell me, are you looking to sell a house or buy a home? Hi, I'm Michelle Briggs, and your real estate needs are my priority. With over 2 decades worth of experience within the real estate industry, I know I can help. Whether you're selling a house and moving on to the next chapter or buying a home to create generational wealth for your family, I am the realtor for you. Call me now at 713-256-5465 and let me handle all of your real estate needs.
Hey, are you a small business owner that's struggling to double or triple your revenue and profits? My name is Michael Rager. I'm your business guide with Teach Your Business to Fish. Our success operating system will help you double or triple your profits every 2 to 3 years while actually maintaining some semblance of a home life. Call us at 713-201-5559 and we'll help you become a real success. Hey, what a great show today. I'm telling you, it's just like we talked about at the beginning. If you want to catch those fish, you got to be doing the same thing over and over and over again in the right way. We heard about it from Linda talking about savings. You know, that's what it's about. You got to have a plan. Just do the same thing over and over and over and over again. As we talked to Kat today, she talks about, hey, we have got to make sure our employees are successful and they become successful because we tell them, what they need to do and how they need to do it. We're not going to go ahead and we're going to micromanage, but we're going to give them a little bit of leeway to do what they need to do to be successful. Afa, she really helped us today on marketing, and Mac and Natalia always, they help us figure out that conflict is going to happen. It's how we handle it, and that's what really helps us get through as a business owner. Remember, as a business owner, it's your job not just to be putting out fires all day. It's just to make sure those fires don't start, and to make sure that you and your team are ready to go and make the best day possible for your customers. So I'm Michael Rager, your business guide, here on Biz Talk TV on the NowMedia Television Network, and we'll see you next time.
This has been a NowMedia Television feature presentation. All rights reserved.
Stop and think. How often do you take the time to set goals? And when you set those goals, how often do you hit them? The problem is the word goal setting. We all have goals, but goals are just wishes. Goals are what we want. What we really need is called result setting. My name is Katrin Becker, and what I do is create tailor-made result plans that ensure people will hit their targets. If you are committed for real results, let's chat and see which program is right for you and your team. Goals are just what we want, but together, results are what we will achieve.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right attorney at your side. Hi, my name is Sonia Aston, and I'm an attorney with over 30 years of experience. I've helped small and medium-sized businesses and business owners to make sure that their legal rights and interests are protected. As general counsel for you and your organization, I can draft and review solid contracts, minimize the risk of litigation, review and prepare comprehensive business succession plans, or help you navigate your company with the local, state, and federal government. Take a decisive step today. I'm here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you have a peace of mind that you deserve.
Bienvenidos a Interior Bar Houston, el bar más vibrante de Downtown en la ciudad de Houston. En Interior, la fiesta nunca para. Nuestro DJ de clase mundial te mantendrá bailando toda la noche con la mejor música de hoy y de siempre. Además, aquí encontrarás las mejores bebidas y cócteles. En Interior, nuestro ambiente electrizante y nuestro equipo amigable te asegurarán una noche que nunca olvidarás. Te esperamos de 9:30 a 2 de la mañana. Interior, donde la diversión nunca se detiene.
¿Sueñas con vender tus productos o servicios en Estados Unidos? Pareciera muy difícil, mas no es imposible. Soy Edmundo Treviño y quiero compartir contigo más de 20 años de experiencia promoviendo productos latinoamericanos en el principal mercado del mundo. Si quieres aprender más, sígueme en todas mis redes sociales.
En esta era digital, las tarjetas de presentación de negocio son cosa del pasado. De hecho, la mayoría de las personas que las reciben las pierden en cuestión de minutos. La videotarjeta de negocios de NowMedia es un video de su negocio especialmente creado por nuestros expertos con toda su información de contacto, los productos y servicios de su negocio, y puede ser enviado de manera rápida utilizando su teléfono móvil. Cientos de negocios ya están viendo la diferencia. Llámenos hoy al 832-384-9588.
En vivo desde Houston, la ciudad espacial. Esto es NowMedia Television. En vivo desde Houston, la ciudad espacial. Esto es NowMedia Television.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo le va? Le saluda Juan Guevara, su experto en tecnología, y como siempre me da gusto invitarlo a una nueva emisión de Tecnocasters. Le recordamos que Tecnocasters se transmite tanto en radio como en televisión, como en plataformas digitales, como en podcast. en todos los canales de NowMedia Television en los Estados Unidos, en el canal 21.10, en la ciudad de Houston, en el canal 27.10, en la ciudad de Beaumont, en Lake Charles, en el 14.10, en el canal 22.10 de NowMedia Television en Atlanta. Y ahora, bueno, con 4 nuevos canales de televisión que se estarán incorporando a nuestra red, a nuestra empresa NowMedia Television en la frontera en Corpus Christi, en Tyler, Texas, en Cole Station y además en Tallahassee, Florida. Además, bueno, Tecnocast se transmite en radio, en NowMedia Radio, en el 1520 AM de amplitud modulada en la ciudad de San Antonio, Texas, y en Chicago, donde está haciendo un frío